direct from the web, it's Billy Masters Live. And now, please welcome your host, Billy Masters.
Oh my God, we're back. Just when you thought it was safe to go on the internet, Billy Masters is back with a whole new series of shows. Hey, everybody. Welcome to Billy Masters Live. This is our first show back after Thanksgiving. It is Tuesday, December 1st, 2020. It is World AIDS Day. We'll get back to that in a minute. But since it is our first show of December, I think, now I'm not positive, I think we're going to do 3 weeks of shows in December. Just 3 weeks, because then we get into the holidays. So that's 6 shows. If we're Tuesdays and Thursdays, 3 p.m. Eastern, noon Pacific. And so I am calling this the Divas of December. Now, what I really would like to call it is the 12 Divas of December. I don't know if I'm going to be able to fit 12 divas in because we only got 6 shows and I only got 1 diva today. But what a diva it is. For 2 reasons. Number one, when I think of the word diva, if I think of it on the most positive terms, I think of our guest, Sheryl Lee Ralph, because she was the original Dream Girl. She did start Divas Simply Singing, which has been her AIDS fundraiser, celebrating 30 years this year. We'll talk about that. And it is World AIDS Day. And so, you know, we've got divas, we've got World AIDS Day. And on my phone right now, I have Sheryl Lee Ralph. So I am thrilled if we can get this to work. We shall see. To welcome, you know, one of my dearest friends, one of the tireless warriors in the fight against AIDS, one of the busiest women I know, and with a heart the size of Jupiter, Sheryl Lee Ralph. And I know you thought I was going to say it, the heart the size of Uranus, but I didn't.
Yeah, that's what I thought. I thought you were going to say that.
Oh, because we go back, honey. How are you? You look gorgeous. Look, you got a little crown and everything.
You know what? It's World AIDS Day. It's another World AIDS Day. And I remember last year, people weren't paying too much attention, but I'm very, very happy that this year the volume has been turned up just a bit and people are following, believe it or not, the theme, which is this year, resilience and commitment. So I'm happy for that.
You know, every year we have a conversation, whether it's the 20th or the 25th. Is this it? Is this it? And here you are at Divas Simply Singing 30.
Well, you know what, Billy? We have to accept that it has been 30 years because I am a medical marvel. I, Sheryl Lee, am only 35 years old. And look what I have been able to do since the tender age of 5.
Look, I tell everyone that you're 85 because for 85, you look unbelievable. You always look gorgeous. I found some old pictures of us at Divas. I want to just show them to you. And let's just see. Like, here you go. Is that a Tadashi?
Oh, look at us.
Is that a Tadashi?
Oh, my gosh. You know what? Hold on. Let me put my glasses on so I can see it closer. Hold on. You know what? I can't tell what that is, but we look good.
Look
so
good.
Who cares?
What about that? Look at this.
Definitely Tadashi.
We coordinated for that one.
Definitely Tadashi.
What about this one?
Definitely Tadashi.
All right. What about this? Molten in copper, like a goddess.
Definitely Tadashi. Oh my God, Diva, sucking your tummy.
What about that?
Definitely more Tadashi. A bad lace front wig.
I knew you were going to notice that. I keep saying that's a gorgeous photo, but I have to take the lace front out. And here we are with Jennifer Lewis
she is
backstage.
the only one out of the group that is grownish, blackish, and oldish. Yes, her.
And she'll kick your ass-ish. Yes. You know, you treat her like
I love her.
I mean, you really do. And every year, all the divas change in one dressing room, except Jennifer. And you always say, Jennifer, Billy, come into my dressing room. And you just take great care of her. And you take care of everybody so well. I've been involved with lots of organizations, and it really does begin at the top. You set the example. There's no diva antics, there's no drama, there's no ego. It really is a seamless machine. Everybody is so calm and joyful. They really are. It's just
Yeah,
gorgeous what you've done.
because well, you know how it is. Most nonprofits, NGOs, these kind of organizations with which the Diva Foundation is, we run on volunteer energy. So I
Yeah,
have to say
right.
up front to everybody, if your attitude is bigger than your hairstyle, please stay home because we don't have the time, we don't have the room, we don't have anything for that. So just come with your good spirit. And over the years, that's what has worked. I'll never forget Rhonda Ross came and did show, I think 2 years ago, and she said, Sheryl Lee Ralph, it's a feeling. She said, I didn't know what I was going to expect, but I wasn't expecting this. It's a feeling. And yes, it's a feeling
it
of
is.
humanity. It's a feeling of brother and sisterhood, since we now have
Mhm.
honorary divas and they're called men. So I just wanted to keep that
Ta-da.
going. And for whatever reason, it has just worked. And it has, oh my God, Billy, it's just making me feel a way because, every year around this time, it is as if all of our friends that we lost, and I don't think people can understand what it was like to have. I mean, we're losing a lot of people now with Corona, a lot of people.
Mm.
But to lose your entertainment community, to lose those dancers, those singers, those choreographers, those writers, those makeup people,
directors,
to lose your
everybody.
whole
Yep.
glam squad. I mean, just imagine that. You lose your whole glam squad in a year. Now that'll make a diva crazy. And I think that's why so many of the divas came together, because so many of us just lost so many friends so quickly. And we had to do something. And the grief was awful. I don't know if you're noticing it now, but with Corona, I see people coming to the aid of the sick. And I remember how people did not come to the aid of the sick 40 years ago. How doctors and nurses literally were like, no, we don't take those people.
They wouldn't let you in.
How doctors would say, I don't know why you'd send me a patient like that. No. How people, I was speaking to a young reporter this morning, and she said, you mean they just refuse to give them care? And I was like, yes, they refuse to give them care. And I said, let me take it a step further for you. They refuse to accept their bodies for burial.
Yeah.
And she just could not imagine that. But that was the truth. And that's what happened.
What's interesting is that this all hit during Dreamgirls, the biggest point of your career at that point, the height of your professionalism.
You've heard me say this.
No, and we're probably saying the exact same story. But I just remember you saying that somebody would be on stage with you Saturday night doing a show, and then the next day, gone. They would disappear.
Just like that. I mean, it was not unusual to dance with someone today, they'd be dead tomorrow.
And I'm a little younger than you, so I was just coming up at that time, but I have talked to so many of the divas, and they've all had the exact same story, every single one.
And they were the lucky ones.
These people would just disappear.
Because what happened further on is some of them would waste away.
Sure.
And if you have ever seen anybody waste away to death, it's horrible. Horrible. So I was just it really made a deep impact on me as a young woman. Back, 40 years ago, look, I'm not 25.
No.
40 years ago, I'm not 24.
Yeah. You're a kid and you're just starting out. That's the beginning of your professional life. You know, and we talk about that you survived and so many people survived, but that's also hard because you have this survivor's guilt, you know, that you carry that with you and you carry their spirits with you.
That part, exactly. And just about this time every year before Divas, it's like I have a visitation of the
Really?
spirit. And so often they sound like Jennifer Lewis. Bitch, get up. We got a show to do. We got a show.
Yeah.
You want to know what's interesting though, Billy? If I've done 30 Divas Simply,
Mm-hmm.
I
Mm-hmm.
swear Jennifer in there for at least 28 of
28.
them.
Yeah, I was just going to say.
Easily.
And the other one, of course, Loretta has been there also with you every step of the way.
Yeah, Loretta was there quite a while, and then she was like, Ralph, I just need to take a break. I just need to sit down. She said, you're the younger one, so you carry on. I just need to sit down. And I was like, oh, thank you. She acknowledged my youth.
You know, when we talked about the volunteers, I've been fortunate to be backstage, front of house, back of house. What strikes me is you have the most loyal volunteers. They are back every year. And it's not, you know, I'd love to say it's about you, that they do it for you. They do it for themselves. So many of them say it feeds their souls.
Yeah. Yeah. And this year, a lot of people said, well, maybe this is the year you don't do it. And I said, oh, no, if I did it through Rodney King, we're doing it through Corona.
Yeah.
We're doing it through Corona.
And you're on TV.
And we're on TV. We're being broadcast live on KTLA in Los Angeles. And for anybody else around the country or around the world, for a matter of fact, you can log on to divasisimplysinging.com. Divasisimplysinging.com. You got those two. My doggone internet is unstable, but
That's okay. And I actually have the commercial. Let's show the commercial so people can see it.
It's a show like no other. The 30th annual Diva Simply Singing Concert and Telethon, presented by Sheryl Lee Ralph and the Diva Foundation. A star-studded event raising awareness for HIV/AIDS. Performances by Jennifer Lewis, Layla Hathaway, Anthony Hamilton, and more. Benefiting Project Angel Food and Better Brothers LA. Diva Simply Singing, powered by Gilead. Saturday at 7 on KTLA 5, LA's very own.
I wish people could see you in the background because the music's playing, you're dancing.
I'm so happy because you know what? My mother used to say, nothing before its time. So I remember pitching the idea of Diva Simply Singing to a television station, right? A cable television station. They passed on the idea. They said, I remember 30 years ago, I don't know if anybody wants to hear women singing that long. Well, anyway, 2 years later, didn't they put it on their network? They did not last years, but finally, here we are on TV. And the LA Times once wrote an article and it said, why this show is not on TV is a mystery to all of us. Well,
it is annually the best show. It really is the best show every year. It's staggering and it's also endless.
But now guess what? Finally, it has an end because it's on TV. So we've got 2 hours of concert, telethon, start on time, end on time. And what an opening. I wish you could see that. There's a great artist called Miss Lawrence. And Miss Lawrence has a song. She re-choreographed it, did a brand new video. They included me, my son included me in the video, and it's amazing. And
I cannot wait. Yeah, it kills me that, we're not going to be together because the other thing that people don't know, the day before, let me just tell people, there are years that we're at your house. There are years we're at the theater doing a sound check. There's food, there's laughter. And during the
All
show,
that
the
stuff.
divas are crowding in the wings, watching each other. We are each other's biggest fans. There's a camaraderie.
Yes, there is.
And speaking of, you brought up your mother. You brought up your mother. I would sit with your mother many years. This was one of the proudest mothers I have ever met. A tough mother. She would, if she had something to say, she'd say it. But the pride that beamed off of her. I only met your father once, but it was your mother I sat with a lot. Lovely, lovely woman.
This year, since my mother's passing, she and my dad loved the show so much. And with her passing, my mother was given the Order of Distinction from her country, Jamaica. And that was for her work, adding to the betterment of the country. And I always said Order of Distinction was really meant for original diva. But this year we're going to be giving an award, a Woman of Distinction. And we're going to be presenting it this year in my mother's name, the Ivy Ralph Honor of Distinction to Miss Patty LaBelle. And
great.
I'm very proud and happy of that. We're also honoring Sharon Stone, who I've known quite some time, and very happy about that. And next year, when it's her 30th year at Divas, you know who I want to give an honor to.
I know.
Yeah,
I know. So I should show, I have a little video. One of my favorite moments, my friend Kenny is watching, so you will hear him laughing. But let's see if this brings back any memories for you, Miss Sheryl Lee Ralph.
See the two of us go through. If I needed a kidney, she would think about it.
I'm telling you, that woman and I together, when the right writer comes along and can write that script, we are absolute magic, because chemistry like that, you cannot make it up. And, those who might say, oh, one is overpowering or one is not enough. When you put the two of us together, we're perfect together. Right. And it's interesting because when I talk, she doesn't have to say anything. When she talks, I don't have to say anything.
And you two have also the most expressive eyes. It's all in your face. And I've been on stage playing for Jennifer, and we think that like you two are going to just say, hi, we're going to go into a song. I'll sit at that piano for 20 minutes while the two of you go on. The audience eats it up every year.
It's very, very true. And I just have the best time. I've known Jennifer a long time, and to know somebody for such, Jennifer and I met when we were about 19.
Wow.
So that's having gone through many different things. And it's not like we see each other all the time. There are a lot of, she sees much more than she sees me. I've just known her. I've just known her through many ups and downs and arcs and quiet places and loud places and places of friendship. It's always like, you call and you pick up right where you left off. There's sometimes they say a reason, a season, and a time. For she and I, it's been a long time. For others, it'll be a season. You know them and then you don't know them anymore.
Well, you always tell the story of you two after the Dream Girls. I guess it was one of your first auditions.
It was UB.
Oh, UB audition. And then you shared apple pie at the Howard Johnsons off Broadway.
That's right. We shared apple pie in the Howard Johnsons, which is probably now an Aeropostale store or something like that. But we sat in that window and we talked about making it. We talked about being famous. We talked about being where she is and where I'm still going.
Yeah, but no, well, you're so modest. I mean, preparing for this, and I think I know you. I mean, there are very few people who, when I moved to LA, I guess 20 years ago, one of the first people who just embraced me and brought me in was you. I think before her even. And part of your family, I have watched those kids of yours grow up. Coco and Etienne, just such fabulous kids, have grown up to be respectful. As we look at you, artistic people, just lovely people.
It's so interesting. Or tell him he can come in, but I have to finish doing this Zoom with Billy first. I just had to get my gate fixed. So the guys,
that's all right, baby.
So, but anyway, it's so interesting that Etienne has been on every Divas with me in some way.
Isn't that amazing?
And he has grown up to have directed the show several times. And now this time, he's our creative director, and he's
I didn't know
videos and things together and editing and such. So it's really been amazing to see that. And now, he and my daughter and my niece, my daughter Coco and my niece Marley, the three of them do their own nonprofit that they're working on called Walk Good LA. And it came about during the whole George Floyd, protests, and they were taking to the street. And Etienne said, people need to express themselves. And so they got a mic and they amplified voices so that people could express themselves. Then Etienne was like, oh, wait, these people need healing. So then my niece was like, well, we can do yoga in the park. So every Sunday, about 100 some odd people come out, and it's like they're going to church, and they're socially distanced, they're masked up, and they do their yoga every Sunday. And I'm just like, wow, I'm fascinated by this. So you never know. Well, yes, you do know. Your children are watching you.
Well, again, it's so funny because I've gotten to see 3 generations from your mother and father to you to now your kids. And it's not an accident. Clearly, it's not an accident. You were all raised well. But the other thing I want to mention is you are, they may say, oh, Darlene Love is on Thursday. I should tell everyone. Darlene Love is going to be here Thursday. And to me, she's the queen of Christmas. But can I just say, Sheryl Lee Ralph, you've done like a million Christmas movies.
No, it's crazy. Isn't it great, though? I have a new one coming out on December 13th on the Hallmark Channel with Tamara Mowry Housley. It was so great working with her because, people would see her on the reel and she was so laid back and very serious. She is a ball of the most joyous energy. She is fun to be around. And we had a great time making this movie. It's called Christmas Comes Twice, December 13th on Hallmark. Please watch it. And also, I'd love you to ask your listeners to please download my book. It's available now.
Download the book. It's a great book.
Thank you. Thank you.
And you revised it.
Exactly. I updated the book. I put new stories in there. I put music in there. And I'm the narrator of the book. And people keep saying to me, they're like, girl, when did you do this? During Corona.
We're just sitting home. What else are we doing?
What are we doing? So Audible heard about it. I sent it to them, and now it's available on Audible. And I have heard that it is a wonderful Christmas gift. So download it, and it's a great listen. I'm very proud of it, and I love to hear people's response to the book. So please download that. Oh, and if you want your own crown, visit me at shopwithsheryllee.com. Shop with Sheryl. Honey, I've got a Shopify store, and it works.
Well, first, we got to go back to Hallmark. Here's a clip so people can see what's coming up. You're
an astronomer? I used to be. Sometimes I wonder what would have happened if I didn't change careers. I wish I can live that week over again.
What if you were gifted a second chance?
Miss Nelson, I think I'm back in time.
To to change your life.
If you do not want to have regrets, then you have got to seize the day.
What do you want to have in your life? Figure that out. You'll know where you want to end up.
Christmas Comes Twice. Part of Countdown to Christmas, only on Hallmark Channel.
Billy,
You are everywhere.
I'm just seeing this.
Really?
That is so
You know, I'm on
good.
top of things. It's great. And it looks great. It looks like it's going to be fun.
It's going to be fun. It's a good little story. And
Weren't we texting when you were in Canada filming it?
yes, having my 30th COVID test. Oh my God.
Right. You're having tests every day, although it looked like a really nice hotel room.
Oh, it was very nice.
Weren't you all like quarantined in the same resort or something?
No, we were not. We were in different places. I had to be in a hotel. You know, for me, I say to myself, if anything happens to me, I need somebody to maybe even think about, maybe we should go knock on that door.
Oh,
I
that's
need
true.
somebody to be able to call a doctor right away if I needed.
Were you up there alone?
Huh?
Were you alone?
I was alone.
Yeah. How is the senator, by the way?
My husband is wonderful. Thank you. I tell my husband I'm giving him the award for pulling Pennsylvania through, baby.
He
Pulling
did.
Pennsylvania through. Yeah, it was a rough and tumble, quite a rumble, but Pennsylvania came through and everything has changed. And now for all of your listeners in Georgia, it ain't over, Georgia. You all have work to do because you can change everything.
Isn't it amazing? Talk about how life can change like that.
Like that. Like that. And there's some people who said, no, it didn't change. It didn't change. Oh, yes, it did. And I will not get political here, but I will say.
We've done that.
We've done that. But I will say that some people, if they don't concede, they should leave quietly without any pomp and no circumstance and just let the transition happen without them. Because if you cannot be a good statesperson, good statesman, don't be anything at all. Just leave.
Like a thief in the night.
Like a thief in the night. So anyway, I love you, man. But you know, this man is waiting to get paid. I got to go pay this man. And
my God.
Then wait a minute. Then after
what
that,
else?
this morning, I did, yesterday, I recorded the reel. That comes on today. Then I did, what did I do? I did Good Day New York this morning. Then I did some interviews with Essence. Then I did an international station. And I was like, whoa, these people really want to shop. They went to divasimplisinging.com in record numbers. They were signing up. They were like, oh no, we're watching this show. We need to see Diva Simply Singing. Then I was on the phone with Chaz Dean. Chaz Dean was like,
one of your sponsors. Oh, and look who just texted us.
Who? Bert Champagne. Let me tell you something. Bert Champagne is one of my friends. I get to see him once or twice, maybe in a year, but we always pick up at the same place. And Bert is always about, okay, what do you need next?
He is one of those people, he jumps in, he sees a problem, he takes care of it. You don't even have to tell him.
You don't even have to tell him. And I'm just so happy for the way his life has grown and the way he has grown his life, because there are a lot of people that can go through things and they're stuck. They can't advance. And I look at Bert, at how he has really let his life guide him and help him grow. And I look at that and the effect that he has had on his friends. I'm just
and
like
his family too. Yeah. I just got to show one more clip, Cheryl. I know you got to go, but it's another clip of you. So
you'll laugh.
Make sure you stop by my booth for all of your Christmas needs.
I do not remember giving you permission to use my microphone for all that African mumbo jumbo.
Why can't Kwanzaa get equal time?
Because Kwanzaa is a pseudo-Negro holiday that only you and the brother from Blood Diamond celebrate, Karen.
I adore you. I don't know where you find all of these. I don't know why you are so blessed to get all of these, but I have never seen that.
Christmas in Compton.
Christmas in Compton. Another Another great Christmas movie that people just love. People love Christmas in Compton. People also love The Mighty Quinn, the one with Denzel and I. They love that movie. Then I did another one, Christmas at Holly Lodge. They love that movie.
Holly Lodge. Oh, what about this?
Give us your best Santa sleigh. Is this a couple's costume?
It's joy to my world.
We just think we'd have a better shot if we go in as a duo.
Uh-huh, what he said.
Oh, good luck.
Thank you. You ready to strut, Santa? Come on.
Gosh, you know what? Sometimes you get these scripts and you just have to add a little to it. You know, I said to them, I should be singing. And then I didn't have any songs. So then I just said, joy to my world. And it worked. So,
you know, they want Miss Sheryl Lee Ralph. I think they expect a little bit of singing. And the last one.
Well, we could do that, but it's not just about the looks, honey. It's about personalizing the message. So we'll be writing the names ourselves.
Boom.
Boom, bam. This is all so lovely, Lizzie. To be honest, I was getting a little worried about you. Thought you were too busy, had too much on your plate. You know, the cobbler's children not getting any shoes. But this is all exciting, and it's all coming together.
Okay.
Billy, send me all of these, please. Send me all of these. Oh my gosh, please.
You are the queen of Christmas.
And I love it. And I'm so thankful. So thankful. So I want you to enjoy your Christmas. I want you to enjoy your Kwanzaa, Kaji Kujalia. I want you to enjoy your Happy Hanukkah, dreidel, dreidel, dreidel. I want you to enjoy my birthday, celebrate for me wherever I am. I want you to enjoy the new year because 2020 has been such a bitch. I'm kicking her out.
And also, I want everyone to enjoy Divas Simply Singing, which they can watch locally in Southern California on KTLA Saturday night, 8 o'clock, or on Divas
7 o'clock.
7 o'clock. 7 o'clock. Well, it's 2 hours. They'll get in the middle. And they can also follow Sheryl on social media, on Facebook, Divas Simply Singing. Go to the website, watch the show. Who's performing? Just give us some idea. I know Jennifer is
performing. Jennifer Lewis, Leslie Odom, Brian Stokes Mitchell, Anthony Hamilton, Stephanie Mills, Joe Watley, Kenny Lattimore, Layla Hathaway. I mean, my God, Kaylin Allen, MJ Rodriguez, and there are more.
Are you performing?
Of course I am.
How many gowns? How many shades of red? How many tiaras? All right.
Yeah.
All right. Look, go pay your gate, man, for God's sake. Sheryl, I love catching up with you. I love catching up with you. And now, look, you've changed your email. You've changed your phone number. Thank God you got in touch with me. We would have lost this. I'm sitting in an airport last night. It all worked out. So thank you so much.
And the thing that gets me about you is the fact that I have two friends, you and Jeffrey. The two of you, if you all ask me to do something, if you can't reach me, the two of you still believe that you will reach me. And you always just put it together. And I'm just like, how the hell do these men know that it's just going to work out? I don't know how you do it, but
I didn't know either until you texted me yesterday afternoon. And I said, you know, Sheryl Lee Ralph, she is the gift that keeps on giving. Even at the last minute, she'll be there. So thank you. I appreciate it. I support everything you do. I love you. I love your family. I'm sorry we're not going to be together this year, but we will see each other in 2021. Where are you? Are you in Philly? Are you in Pennsylvania or California?
No. I am in California. I am right in LA.
Just making sure. Because I know during this coronavirus, you've been spending a lot more time with the husband than usual.
Yeah, baby. And I still love it. And like other people, they don't know how to stay together. We are together. Yeah, that part.
Go. I love you. I'll talk
Love
to you
you,
soon.
baby. Bye
Bye,
bye.
Sheryl Lee Ralph. Oh, Sheryl Lee Ralph, in and out. See, that's how you do it. If you're a diva, you show up, you do the work, you get out of here. So I didn't do anything at the beginning of the show because I knew Sheryl Lee Ralph was coming at the beginning. So I will now tell you what's been going on with me because, I'm very busy too. First off, I was traveling. I know I shouldn't be traveling, but there was drama happening at the glamorous Filth to Go Beach House in Fort Lauderdale. And I would not recommend traveling if anybody could avoid it, but I had to. Oh, thank you, Monica. Today is Tuesday, December 1st. Maybe when we edit this show together, we will start with this and then roll Miss Sheryl Lee Ralph in. I have no idea, but welcome to Billy Masters Live. I'm a little bit fatoutzed because I didn't get to do things in the order I like to do them. But, a show's a show, whatever. Who's texting me? Rocky. Oh, Rocky. She's lovely. I'm picking up her book. It is great. Now I have to remember, is this the Diva Defined? What is the name of Sheryl Lee's? I think Defining Diva. I think, yeah, it is. Redefining Diva. Okay, whatever. Life lessons from the original Dream Girl. Oh, we have so many things we could have talked to Sheryl Lee Ralph about. And Bert, thank you, Bert. So Bert Champagne, we talked about very briefly. There's so few people that are in my life who are good people. Trust me. I am not one of the good people, but Bert Champagne is. Bert Champagne volunteers for Divas Simply Singing, volunteers for AIDS Walk LA. I think he volunteers for like 5 other places. We did not mention ever Divas Simply Singing this year is benefiting Project Angel Food. Project Angel Food is a great organization. It started out delivering food to people who were suffering with AIDS, who couldn't cook, who were shut-ins, who needed assistance. Now it gets food to so many people. I think it's like, tens of thousands. I really don't know numbers. Richard Ayub, I'm sure, will tell me. And so it's a great organization. I don't know if you remember when George Michael died, he left money to Project Angel Food, and he had been a supporter. And actually, he started out, it's a very interesting story. Okay, by the way, I heard from Kenny that at the beginning, there was something funky with my mic. So, Teddy Hardwick said he loved having Sheryl Lee on Criminal Minds. She's always working. She's on that Ray Donovan with the Jamaican accent, which sounded a little like her mother. Anyway, so remember when George Michael was with the cop in the bathroom at the park? So one of the things he had to do was community service. And he decided to do community service at Project Angel Food because it was an AIDS-related organization and he could actually do something hands-on. And he always enjoyed food. Anyway, after volunteering with them, I was told by people who worked there that he did like 2 to 3 times more than the hours he was supposed to because he really enjoyed it and felt good about it. And then would go back, like in the dark, speaking of the dark of night, he'd go back and like give checks. Sometimes anonymously, sometimes with his name on them, but great organization and great guy. Do I have it here? Okay. This is a relic. I don't think I've ever shown this before. This spoon was from George Michael. Look, there's a story behind the spoon. I came home in George Michael's limousine with this spoon and a pair of underwear in my pocket. I don't believe they were my underwear. And I know this was not his spoon. This spoon, because we were in a hotel, the Parker House, the Omni Parker House in Boston. And it's very tarnished. So you probably can't see, but there is a PH there. And this was a Parker House spoon. It will be in the book, my book, not Sheryl Lee Ralph's book. Anyway, all right, that's enough about George Michael. So, we was there one other clip I wanted to show, because I really could show more clips, but no, I've shown enough clips. But so the pictures, I have always loved this picture, but I've always said that if you see there's what they call a lace front wig. It's a lace front wig. Those are like the really expensive wigs. And usually you don't see the lace in the front because it's got glue and makeup over it. This was at the end of the night. And I've always loved the picture, but I think I should get the lace front out. And this picture, as I've said, Jennifer and I have performed many times at Divas Simply Singing, and this is, how we show up. We just show up and like, all right, let's just go on and do it. Although usually I am dressed, even if it isn't a plunging. Anyway, all right. I think that's like it. Oh my God, this is like the shortest show. But here's the thing we're doing for December. We're going to keep the shows moving. We're going to do them, like an hour. They've been going an hour and a half, 2 hours. I'm thinking about an hour. Unless people have questions, I'm ready to end this show in a minute. So, I can tell you, though, some of the divas that are coming up for December. We've got Darlene Love on Thursday. I believe we have Fran Drescher coming on next week. Jennifer Lewis is coming on at some point. She's very busy with the Blackish and any issues. But we talked last night. Oh, God, did we talk? Who else is coming on? There's so many. Oh, I can't say because none of them confirmed. And if I say it, then they get angry. So anyway, hopefully you've enjoyed a little bit of a brief Billy Masters show, because some of you really, you don't need to be listening forever. I can tell you that you can check out gossip at billymasters.com. There is all the gossip there. If you want to watch any of our shows, just go to billymasters.com/TV. You can also go to billymasters.tv and you'll get them. Also, our YouTube channel, subscribe, because what happened last week on Thursday, for those of you who missed the show, I had said I was taking 2 weeks off. I had stuff to take care of in Florida, and I had it was Thanksgiving, and I figured I'd take a week off. So I took 2 weeks off because of the work. And the night before Thanksgiving, I was reading all of these posts from people saying that they were sad, that they were alone, they weren't traveling, they were going to spend eating by themselves. And I really thought to myself, why don't I just do a special show? And, because I was alone as well. And I thought we'll be alone together. And I emailed some friends, and Charles Bush got in touch with me and said he was free. So if I wanted to have him on the show, we could just sit and talk. And so I announced it, I think it was the night before. Now, if you subscribe to Billy Masters Television or Billy Masters TV on YouTube, you would have gotten a notice, because it's free. And if you follow Billy Masters TV on Facebook, you would have gotten a notice. But sometimes you just miss these things. But all the shows are on YouTube, so it doesn't matter. Anyway, oh, wait, we got a comment. Teddy, what do you have to say, Teddy? Sheryl Lee and I sang an impromptu duet of One More for the Road together one night on the set. Of course you did, because that's what Sheryl Lee Ralph does. She just sings. Does the size of the show matter? No, the size doesn't matter, because, Billy Masters is the gift that keeps on giving regardless of the size. Although you may want to be lubed up. Oh, Rocky. Yay, Jennifer. Yes, Jennifer will be back. She will be singing as well. She has a Christmas movie out right now with Dolly Parton on Netflix called Christmas on the Square. And we will talk about that as well as Blackish. All right, that's it. I just flew in last night. Do you see how relaxed and refreshed I am? It is all an illusion. I'm exhausted. And I have to take a COVID test because flying. So I'm waiting 48 hours, and then they say you should wait 48 hours before you get a COVID test. So even in my house with my parents, I am wearing a mask. I'm not wearing a mask right now, but I am wearing a mask. Nobody's coming in my room. I am staying to myself. I prefer it that way. I should fly more often. Oh, John just said, I told Lucy about the conversation you had with Charles about his play with her. Oh, well, so let me tell you about Lucy Jr. And I loves me some Lucy Arnaz Jr. But she's been really busy because I've asked her a few times to be on the show, but her daughter had a baby. She's been on grandma duty and she's been busy during COVID, but we will have Lucy Jr. on, I swear. We were going to have her on the Seesaw show, and then we are going to have her on a different show. I can't remember what it was. But anyway, Lucy will be here at some point when she wants. All right, that's it. This has been Billy Masters Live. I have been Billy Masters. I have been live because, as you know, if we're here, we're live. Take care of yourselves. Be careful. Be safe. Have a happy holiday season. And we'll see you Thursday with Darlene Love, God willing. Bye, guys.